I mean, speaking of dental work, you know what I mean? Like I've been quoted $18,000, in Costa Rica. How much would it be in America for implants to do extraction? And believe me, I'm not complaining because I've been really lucky in terms of health. I've not had like any health problems besides my teeth. You know, a flu every couple years, maybe. I didn't get sick from COVID, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to like, woe is me at all. But I got like spaces here in between, make it harder to chew. I got tooth pain. I gotta take care of this shit, man. And it's like, I gotta spend some bucks, you know? And usually I just try to do shit on the cheap. I mean, this is kind of cheaper, but it's still not cheap. It's still quite a lot of money to spend. But, I was talking to a friend of mine and he got implants. And even though he has a great job with benefits, he still had to pay for his implants because they consider that an elective surgery, something that you don't actually really need. But it's not very healthy to have gaps in your teeth because you're not able to chew good. If I have another extraction of this tooth that I need to get extracted, then I have 4 spaces, I'll really have struggles. So I want to be able to chew my food good. That's part of what's good digestion. Optimum Health Institute, where I stayed, they tell you to chew your food like 100 times. And I don't do that, but the point is, we don't chew our food enough, It should almost be like a meditation, And that's why it's good to not wait until you're starving to eat so that you don't wolf it down, Right now, I'm eating my bananas just because I feel like I got them yesterday and I'm carrying them around and they're kind of going bad, so I gotta eat them. But it's good though because it's like I'd rather fill up now before I'm super hungry. A lot of times in the past, I just wait till I'm hungry and then I wolf shit down. I've learned that it's good to like fuel up, especially in the morning. I mean, I remember I used to just skip breakfasts, it's good to fuel up in the morning, I think. I mean, there is intermittent fasting too, but I think it is good to have little gaps in time sometimes, but I'm more on the Durian Rider end of things where I don't really believe in fasting that much because your metabolism kind of gets to know your body, right? And so if you're not eating for long periods of time, and then your metabolism is going to slow down. So there might be legitimate benefits to water fasting, juice fasting. A lot of spiritual type of people do that kind of stuff, but you have to be really careful with it in terms of gaining weight because, say you fast a couple of days and then you have a big meal, that's going to put on more weight because your body's slowed down its metabolism, But I think there is stuff to having a time period where you don't eat. I think that is healthy, but basically that's like when you're sleeping for the most part. I think some people think it's great to do 16 hours not eating, and that could be good. I don't know. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying I think that like it's I tend to be going more for this contrarian view. The Dairy Writer talks about, and part of that view is a lot of fruits and carbs. And the Kipner diet is kind of similar, where you're doing a lot of rice, a lot of fruits, and I just feel better on that than if I were to do like all protein or something. I'll have a little bit of protein stuff, but I don't feel bad eating a lot of fruit. I really don't. I mean, yesterday, all I ate was some bananas from this pack. when I got into Santa. Oh, I was drinking some juice. I would stop and get juices the whole day. But then I had some fruit cups. Like I think there was like papaya, pineapple, stuff like that. Just two like middle-sized cups, and then I had like a couple tortillas that were just plain but heated. And oh, I also had some nuts that I had left over. I think I forgot what they were, but I mean, it's weird because usually I'd be starving and I'd want to eat a lot more. If I was starving, I would eat, but I'm just not that hungry. And I think maybe it's just from the being on the edge about trying to figure out my dental stuff and being in a different country alone, even though, like, I went traveling alone October. Before I didn't meet up with my brother until like December, but so I was in Japan and Philippines all alone for about a week each, and I didn't really feel anxious because I wasn't dealing with my teeth stuff, In Japan, and when I went to Thailand, I met up with my buddy Snack Ben, and we hung out for a few weeks. And then I was on my own for a few more weeks, and I was kind of appreciating the time alone, actually. And then my brother came, and then for a couple months, I was traveling with my brother. So it's kind of funny the haphazard way that, like, me and my brother will travel. Like, I think the way I travel, I have to change it, like, if I travel with anyone else, because, like, for instance, when we were in Krabi, right? We went down to Phuket, and we knew we wanted to go to Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai in the north, and those are two different towns, right? I kind of wanted to go to Chiang Mai more, I think, and I think he wanted to go to Chiang Rai more. But we were both kind of like, down to go to either place. And what happened was, like, there was a bus going to Chiang Rai sooner, so we got on that bus. And then we ended up staying there for 2 months. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's like choose your own adventure. We don't tend to like have an itinerary, I mean, so I was thinking that I am going to try to be a little more organized in my traveling. But on this trip, I didn't even have a guest house when I got here. I got to the dental office. I literally took a cab to the dental office from the airport, and I was filling out the papers, and it asked me where I was staying. And I booked this hotel. So, anyway, it is what it is, right? So, anyway, so for a few days, I was just really discovering around here, just going around Xkazoo, going around San Antonio, San Rafael, just staying in the suburban parts. But yesterday I just got kind of like, I just wanted to see what was out there, and I got on the bus and I went into town, and it's kind of exciting, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go do more or not. I'm trying to decide. I'm glad to be in this quiet place. I mean, it's not always quiet. Like sometimes you're doing work and stuff, but it's more like the vibe is quiet. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to hear someone start arguing or something all of a sudden, So, anyway.